Have you ever wondered what was in the growing medium in this hydroponic bed? Well, stay tuned and find out. I get a lot of questions about the growing medium I use in this hydro bed, so I thought today maybe we could take a closer look at exactly what I use. Let's do it. These are the 3 ingredients that go in the mix. Over here we have pumice, chicken grit, and TURFACE. Pumice is awesome because of its light, porous nature. It's excellent at drainage, holding oxygen in those pores, food, water. Wonderful for microbial life. Really good amendment. And then the chicken grit is a crushed stone. It's excellent at drainage, adding some weight, and it does hold a little bit of water on its surface. This is another good thing for microbial life. It's nice to have a good mix for them. They really appreciate it. And then the TURFACE is a calcined clay, and this is going to be what holds the majority of the water in the mix. It's good stuff. Relatively cheap. I believe it'd be the cheapest ingredient to this mix. I picked up a 50-pound bag for $25. The pumice is going to be the most expensive. I have to order my pumice usually. Sometimes I'll find it locally. You can get chicken grit at most feed stores. Just look around for that. And then the TURFACE, I get mine at John Deere supply stores. They're all over the U.S. You probably have one in your area. I had to drive about an hour to get mine, but it's totally worth it. So what I do to prepare the mix is I fill a colander with the pumice and I rinse it off with a hose, and I do the same thing to all the ingredients. Just want to get rid of the fine particulates and the dust. I like a nice open mix, so I want to get as much of that stuff out as I can. It was quite tedious to fill in a 2x8 table with this. It took quite a long time to rinse it all off and get everything out there in the bed. But I like to think that it was worth it. Maybe I didn't have to do it, but that's what I did. So after I rinsed everything off, I just made my mix equal parts pumice, grit, and TURFACE. I believe I used a little less of the pumice. It's the most expensive element, and that's a big table, so I probably used a little less of that. But roughly, 1 part of each. Now, don't think that's what you have to do. Everybody's area is different. You have climates and microclimates. What kind of plants are you growing? What type of bed do you have? I always suggest running experiments before you do anything like this. I ran an experiment with the grit and the TURFACE in a smaller tub to get an idea of how it worked. I liked the mix, but it stayed a little too wet, it was a little too heavy, and it compacted fairly quickly. So I felt confident to add the pumice to the overall mix for the big bed to help with the compaction and aeration and the wetness of this mix. So I felt confident doing that. That's what I did. It's been a great mix for me. My only complaint is that it dries out too quickly outside, but that's, from several factors: the climate in the greenhouse, the types of plants that I'm growing, the depth of my bed, the fact that the system isn't automated. I have to come out and hand do everything. So if I automated the system and got a deeper bed, this mix would probably be just fine. The mix is great. I love it. It's fantastic for microbial life. It's easy to get plants out of it. Any compaction issues, which you're going to have after settlement, especially after several years, I just go through with a fork and just aerate it that way. So it's been an excellent mix. Well, there's the mix. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you hit that thumbs up button. New subscribers are always welcome, so come on over. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.